Hello everyone, it is time for our monthly market update for the month of July 2020. I wanted to get you guys up to date on what's going on in the residential market, in the commercial market, and I try to squeeze this into 5 minutes, which is nearly impossible to do, but to at least give you an idea of what's going on. You guys, if you ever have any questions with more detail, please reach out to me anytime to be able to help you guys. I get people to will just call me, hey Danny, what's going on in the markets, want more information. I love those calls. I want to be a resource for you guys. So let's get started. Let's start to this month with residential. So I'm going to start off with residential. So here's in general what's going on. We have a huge shortage of inventory because of one reason, main reason that you can really chalk this up to is that COVID has scared people from putting their homes on the market. They don't want people walking through them, etc., and taking the chance of getting exposed to COVID. Listings are down at all-times record. New listings taken. Inventory's down. We were shifting before COVID hit to more of a balanced market where more inventory was coming in, and now we're seeing crazy shift back. The pendulum has just shifted back the other direction. So among the top 20 cities on the national list are going to be Frisco, it's going to be Denton, Allen, McKinney. All those four cities hit the top list. Frisco was number 3, Denton was number 9, Allen was number 14, and McKinney was number 16 in the whole nation. Top cities to move to. So all of those are Collin and Denton County. No news there. We've known that Collin and Denton County are blowing up. Everything's going north, and it's the place to be with all of the commerce. All the corporate headquarters relocates to that area, bringing all the jobs. So now we've got a lot more talent in that area. It's just setting up the DFW Metroplex for a huge boom for many years to come. Something interesting that I have seen just in my business and talking with peers is since COVID, we have seen a lot more relocates from the Northeast, from California. Just people saying they want to get out of there. For whatever reason they have, you know, they all have reasons. That's what we're seeing in the real estate market. A lot of relocates to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, one because of affordability, maybe because of taxes, well, for sure because of taxes and other reasons. So this is the place to be, North Texas. I'm thankful to be here and be in real estate. I feel blessed, that's for sure. Another thing that's going on, so new homes. Dallas-Fort Worth home sales, well, let's just start with just home sales period, reached a record high of 13, or not a record, but in July sold 13,000 homes and was up 23%. 23% home sales bump. So what we're seeing is a big bounce back from the COVID losses, but we didn't really see much of a lot. It was more of a flattening out through our COVID period here in North Texas. But now we're seeing a huge spike. You've got interest rates are low, and then you have the Fed pumping all kinds of money into the system. You have relocates coming from all over the country to this area. It is setting up for a spike in home prices. So when we look at the sales here, Dallas County up 20%, Denton County up 25%. Look at there, Kaufman County up 35%, Rockwall up 40% on sales in July. Just astronomical numbers of just home sales. But the scary part is there's no inventory. And so what does that set you up for? What kind of market does that set you up for? Well, one, it's a seller's market, but two, that's going to push home prices through the roof. That's where we're going to see that spike I was telling you about last month. I think we're going to see a good spike. We've already seen a spike over the last couple of months, but for Dallas County, the median price was at $282,500. And that is a record high. $282,500, highest ever for Dallas County. So we are set up for a price spike. I don't think it's going to last forever. I think it's going to be through this whole COVID period, election period, where you have a lot of reluctancy, people just kind of hunkering down, not wanting to put their home on the market for health reasons and for maybe just uncertainty reasons. They just want to stay safe at home. And so right now is an ideal time to sell your house. It's probably going to be the best 3, 6, maybe 9 months long, but probably 6 months long period to sell your house if you're going to sell your house. Now, buying a house, that's going to be a different story. It's going to be tough to buy a house because there's not much inventory. So when we look at the numbers and break it down even for more, look at these numbers of year-over-year drop in active home listings in major U.S. markets. So you're looking at a drop in the Dallas-Fort Worth markets, the biggest drop of homes for sale, 40%. That's crazy numbers. We were already in a seller's market. So we're seeing when we put homes on the market, they're going, all of our homes that we put up, I mean, most of them are going, and they're going for over list price, etc. So it's definitely changed our market. COVID has, and it's made it a very strong seller's market right now. So it's a great time to sell your house. But mark my words, there's going to be a flush of inventory that's going to come in. Of course, there'll be buyers to go with it too. There's going to be pent-up demand too. Probably after the first of the year is my guess, maybe sooner. Maybe after the election we start seeing an infusion of homes for sale. But that's what we need. We need inventory so that we can have more of a balanced market. So that's what's going on in our residential real estate market in general. If we take it a county by county, just look at it. So if you look at Rockwall County, median average price up 8%. Dallas County up 13%. Collin County up 6%, and Kaufman County up 5%. So Kaufman County cooled down there a little bit. It was getting out of control. And then, so let's look at our month supply. This is how much inventory. Look at this dive here, guys. Look at this dive. It's unbelievable. Hold on, I'm sorry. I didn't have you on the right slide here. Here we go. So let me go back. Sales price, median sales price up 8%. As you can see here, the prices are trending upwards here, higher than they've ever been. Well, especially over the last couple of years, as you can look at that. And then if you look at the month supply, look at the dive. Look at the dive from March. This is March right here, or I'm sorry, July. In March, April, July, you got a little peak, and then it's just diving off. Inventory is going through the floor at all-time lows here. And then at the same time, homes for sale, we're seeing those dive off. New listings are all down here except for Collin and Kaufman County. Collin and Kaufman County beginning to see some, but look at Rockwall County, it's down 21% new listings. Pending sales are up all the way across the board. Look at that, crazy numbers up. 28, 17, 14, 37%. So you have fewer homes, a huge percentage increase, just unheard of increases in sales percentage-wise. So you're setting yourself up for a huge spike. Ultimately, if you don't have enough inventory, you have more buyers, that's going to create a spike in prices back up into the double digits before long here. And look at the closed sales, they're all up. All that's going to probably level off just simply because there's no inventory right now. But we're going to see, as far as closed sales, they're not going to have anything to choose from, but we're going to see a huge price spike, more than what we've already seen. Mark my words on that. So it's pretty amazing what's going on in our market. Obviously, it's a lot of metrics that we cannot explain in a lot of ways, but it is set up for the seller if there's ever been a time, if you have a home that you want to sell, this is the time to sell it. Mark my words. We're going to see a price spike. There's a low inventory setup. I mean, you don't even have to be a market guy to understand what's happening. You have less inventory, more buyers. That means higher price. So let's go on to commercial. Let's talk about commercial. So some interesting thing is that the Dallas-Fort Worth market, or the Dallas area, was, for the first half of this year, 2020, is the hottest year commercial real estate investment market in the whole country. The whole country. Everybody's coming this way with investment dollars, and they're leaving the big meccas like LA and Manhattan. So Manhattan was second with 8 billion, and LA was third with 7 billion. And let's remember, think about the difference in size of cities there, and Dallas has surpassed those two cities for commercial investment. So from the commercial perspective, yes, we're seeing office space, definitely office. In some ways, I see office getting hit harder than I do retail. So in my opinion, retail is going to come back. We're all going to go to restaurants. We're going to go to our snow cone shops, our ice cream shops, our nail shops, that retail, we're still going to do those things. Maybe not the big box as much as far as department store, but it still has to be there. So there's got to be an element there. I can't just see retail getting hit as hard. Maybe initially it seems harder, but then office, because the big question with office is, are they going to go? Is the workforce going back to their office? I know a lot of them are. Will people stay productive while they're working from home? Because the employer is going to be measuring that. And then that's what the ultimate decision is going to be. And that's the risk factor on buying office space, or if you hold office space right now, is there going to be enough demand? I think where we're kind of insulated from all aspects here in the Dallas Metroplex, just because we have such an infusion of workforce and people coming to our area, and they will always need office, so that might offset. But for new development, I think you're going to definitely see a hold off on it, especially on office space and retail. Retail right now, I mean, you're seeing LTV is closer to 50%, 40%. We were seeing it as high as 80% before COVID on investment into new retail centers, new office. So lenders are requiring more money down before they'll actually go forward with new projects. So it's causing a lot of slowdown in the development side, but which we kind of need. So it's going to be really interesting, and I wish I could predict the office market, but I do see a big difference in the office market going forward. I see it in retail too, but not as much. Not as much. We're still going to go out to eat. We're still going to go my wife's still going to go get her nails done, her feet done. All those kinds of things that are services in person that you can't get on the online experience and just eat at home and get that same experience as you do going to a restaurant. I'm talking about post-COVID. So I have a lot to talk about. I'm sorry. I can just ramble on and on and on here. But the bottom line is that thankfully our markets are holding up. A lot of investors from the commercial side are looking for those opportunities. Like I said last month, we think there may be some that come here in the next 90 days to 180 days for commercial investment opportunities, that maybe some folks were over leveraged, that the banks are going to stop working with them. But it's going to be interesting to see if they can hang through. Now, hotel is a whole nother realm of I believe hotel will come back too, but COVID is killing it, and if it's probably killing it worse than anything. And I'm hearing occupancy rates back to about 50%. And these guys that were leveraged up on hotel, I think that's where the opportunity is going to be. Hospitality is where the opportunity is going to be. I don't know that those guys are going to be able to endure the length. I think it's hospitality 1, hotel 2, hospitality 1, office 2, and then retail. And I'm not even certain we're going to see a lot of retail opportunity come to the market. But that's my analysis on the market right now. It is ever shifting and ever unpredictable. That's probably the best way to go about it. So each month is important, and thank you for watching the video. Again, if you have any questions or if you any real estate needs, we do residential, commercial, and property management, and to the highest standard. With our motto, we work hard for you, and you only are who we have our interest at heart here at M&D Real Estate Group. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys next month. Bye-bye.